Episode 418. Thank you all for listening to episode 417, The Sajak Wars. Got to keep it simple. I am Gray Lamarck, here with my co-host.
Mustache Bear.
Parrot.
And returning again, because he needs to come every week, Jeremy.
Thank you. I didn't know I'd be invited back after last week. So
Oh, yeah. You got to come back.
Awesome.
Cody must have got yelled at for being on a forklift and on here. So we
Yeah.
need Jeremy to fill in.
Yeah, I was going to say we could call you Jody, but that kind of, you could be Jody Bryant, but then that's kind of a girl's name. So I don't know, that'd be weird. I don't want to do that.
This is Jody with an I. That'd be okay.
We can call him Jermaine Bryant.
There's been some Jodys in pro sports, though.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there's a Jody who plays the outfield for the LA Angels right now. Jody Adele, maybe, or something like that.
The singer?
No, not Adele. And then I think there was another baseball player named Jody, half decent. I want to say they played for the Indians back in the day, but can't think of it off the top of my head. We'll think of it as the show goes on.
Absolutely. And Jeremy, of course, thanks for coming again. Parrot's here. We're hoping in episode 419, where the next episode on Sunday, we're going to do some 90s trivia. Hopefully the Shiv can make it from the old grown-ups. So hopefully the Shiv can show up and we'll do some 90s trivia. Should be a good time. But in the meantime, we're going to thank some people. Thanks to Wes Anderson for Moments in Time. Check him out on Facebook, Wes Anderson Music. Give him a follow on Twitter and Instagram at Songs by Wes. Thank you to All Wear Clothing. Visit allwearclothing.com. Mention Over the Line Podcast. He's going to hook you up with that deal. Thank you to Crandall's Quality Landscaping. Give Sean a call, 419-704-5471. Serves the Toledo and surrounding areas and not
Bristol Motor Speedway.
Man, when did we go there? Was it 3 years ago? Has it been 3 years?
Yep, 2019.
Wow. Thank you, Sean. And someday maybe he will serve Bristol. We might have to take him down to Bristol sometime. Thank you, Sean. Maybe he can come someday. We'll see.
Doesn't like NASCAR, though, does he?
I'm sure he likes getting drunk.
Yeah, but he can't sit in one spot for too long, so it wouldn't work for him.
This is true. So thank you, Sean. Thank you to Sparty Steve, biggest supporter of the show. And last but not least, Connell Barrett, datingtransformation.com.
Make sure you get yourself to datingtransformation.com and get that free consultation when you mention Over the Line Podcast. And in the meantime, get to amazon.com and get Connell's book, Dating Sucks, But You Don't.
So speaking of, sucking, Brett Favre, you guys seen what's been going on today with that?
I have not. Did he send more e-pics?
I heard he got in trouble, but I didn't really hear what happened.
Did he not pay his taxes again?
Oh, it's
laundering or
worse
what?
than that. So they're saying that the former governor, Phil Bryant, helped Brett Favre secure welfare funding for the University of Southern Mississippi volleyball. So he's in some hot shit right now. So for their volleyball stadium, which obviously, he's an alum there. I think his daughter goes there. So like, oh boy, here we go again. Brett Favre, the great, I can't do a John Madden accent, so I can't do my Brett Favre. Anybody got the Brett Favre, or not Brett Favre voice, the Madden voice?
I don't think I got a Madden voice for that. Brett Favre.
Yeah.
Brett Favre.
That's good enough for me. So there was newly
Vince McMahon. Oh, Brett Favre.
Brett screwed Brett. So the newly released text filed Monday by an attorney representing Nancy News nonprofit show that Favre, Bryant, with the governor, New and Davis, and others worked together to channel at least $5 million of state's welfare funds to build a new volleyball stadium at Southern Miss, where his daughter played the sport. And he received most of the credit for raising funds to construct the facility. Way to go, Brett.
Yeah, he already hasn't paid his taxes. You're going to be in some hot shit there.
Maybe those Wranglers will, help him get some more money.
I don't know if they're going to put him in any more commercials. I'm pretty sure he's away from Wranglers. He's got to do Copper Fit because he's old now. So,
or he's got to do, what's the
you can do like Icy Hot or Gold or what's the
Kirkland jeans from Costco.
I don't even know if they'd sign him to that.
Yeah, Costco doesn't want to deal with that. Maybe we should go to Members Mark jeans. Sam's would sign him.
Best he's probably going to do is some local Chevrolet dealership or something. That'd be about it.
Yeah. Speaking of local dealerships, and since we're speaking of Hendrick and NASCAR, and that's what we're going into, officially, Kyle Busch going to the 8 RCR. What do you think of that?
I love it. I think it's great. It's gonna revitalize. I mean, though Kyle has obviously been great here, he has not been great the last couple of years. So I think this is going to kind of revitalize. I think he's got fed up with Gibbs and their crap. So going over to RCR, and he's going to be in a Chevy. It's going to be. I don't think he raced Chevy before.
Yeah, Hendrick. He
Kyle
was with Hendrick. Yeah, because he drove.
Was
He
he?
was with Hendrick. Yeah, he drove the 5. Because when Dale Jr. came in is when Kyle left and went to Joe Gibbs, because they made a ride for Junior.
So that
So
would have
that
been like what,
Oh God,
2008, 2000.
yeah, 07,
Oh,
08.
before that? Okay. Yeah, I didn't watch NASCAR during that time. I kind of
Yeah, he used to drive the 5.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah. Well, then it puts him back in a Chevy, which will be, I think it'll be good. I mean, it's going to be good for Richard Childress. It'll be interesting. I don't know how him and are going to get along. I feel like they would be interesting teammates, but yeah, it'll definitely be interesting to see him in the 8. But at least all the Kyle Busch fans who got that 18 tattoo can just get that 1 covered up. It's like Junior when he went from the 8 to the 88.
Yeah,
just
thankfully
cover up the 1 or make it into a K or 8. That's what they can. You're welcome, Kyle Busch fans. I just helped you out.
Yeah, thankfully I never got a Kyle Busch tattoo. Good for me.
If you would have got,
was that were you gonna do that at one point?
No, not Kyle Busch. I was dumb enough when I got my Yankees tattoo.
Yeah, but it wasn't a player or a number, like
Yeah, it's true.
You just can't do that.
But it looked like it was like a marker. Like somebody put it with marker because I never outlined it, didn't do that, but it got covered up with Batman, so it worked out. But yeah, Batman ain't going anywhere. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. I know there was those talks, and we were giving Dub crap. Like, what if he drove the 3? And he's like, "Don't do that and embarrass him." I'm like, but and I think you would agree, he is the closest driver we've really ever had to Dale in terms of how they drive.
Yeah.
And maybe Ross Chastain's going to be that guy.
Chastain will be there here sooner than later.
But he's not. But
he doesn't have the tenure that Kyle drove that way. Yeah, before that.
And he's all smiles too. But Dale Senior's always just want to rattle his cage a little bit. Yeah,
that's Bristol. It's coming up.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. When I told Dub, and if you listen to Childress, I just caught a clip of it. He talks about Kyle coming, and he said, when he looked at him and saw him, he's like, first thing he thought of was Dale Senior. I'm like, right there. I mean, the guy's telling you. Dale was with him and we all know that. Just Dub doesn't want to admit it.
I think him and Richard Childress will be. I think it'll be good. He's going to get that team more wins, and obviously we knew Reddick was leaving, but Reddick's gotten him some, and Dylan gets them now and there. But Kyle's going to a lot more to RCR, which they've probably been missing for a while. So it'll be a good move. I think it's a good move for RCR. A really good move for RCR. Probably not the best for Gibbs, but they'll be all right. They'll still win.
Yeah. So Busch came into NASCAR in 2003. And he's only one of 6 drivers who've won a championship in both the Cup and Xfinity. And in 2005, became 14th of 36 drivers to win a race in each of the 3 series. Obviously, we know he's won a crap load.
He dominates truck,
dominated Xfinity. Like, it was insane.
Mm-hmm.
He was the first driver to win 2 of NASCAR's top touring series races in the same day. So he was the first person to do that. He did that in 2009, and then followed in 2010 as the first driver to win races in all 3 of NASCAR's top 3 series on the same weekend. He did it at Bristol, and he did it again in 2017. So, obviously we can't deny how good of a driver he is. But yeah, he was. So I'm trying to see when he was with Hendrick, and because gosh, I know he left. And because it was like kind of a force out because they wanted to get Junior in, even though I think we can admit, Kyle, sorry, Junior, I love you, but Kyle's the better driver. And you're right. 2007 was the final year for Kyle at Hendrick Motorsports, was 2007.
So he's been at Gibbs since 2008.
Yeah.
So he's been there for, wow. Yeah.
Well, so he was Joe Gibbs Motorsports, Braun Racing, and Don Humphrey Motorsports in 2008. So it was all 3. Gibbs Motorsports in 2009 to 11, Kyle Busch Motorsports in 12, Joe Gibbs Motorsports 13-21. So different things. So it was basically all Joe Gibbs, but you know,
I'm sure Gibbs put the money in for Kyle Busch Motorsports anyways. So
oh yeah, definitely. His final year, yeah, it was just crazy to see his final year with that, and you know that he got pushed out, and so you'll love this. Who do you think he replaced in the 18 in 2008?
God, does this person? How about this? I'll take my hint. Does this person go to another team or do they retire?
No, they still drive actually.
They still drive.
Yep.
Um,
I'm pretty sure they have to. Yeah, they drive.
Well, you made it like that. So I was going to say Logano, but if you said it like that can't be right. You would know he still drives.
Yeah. Yes, he still does drive, but in not a lot of races. Been in 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 races this year.
Really, 13 races. It's quite a bit. I don't know.
JJ Yaley.
Ah, okay. Yep. I remember Yaley in the 18. Yeah, that was when there was still that Interstate Batteries car.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
They still do one-offs of that. So, you know, it's interesting to see Kyle going back to a Chevy. So it should be good for him. And
well, and I think we bring this up a lot of times when people change teams. I don't know if we've ever gotten an answer. So I wonder if his sponsors stick with them or if that's a Joe Gibbs sponsor. Is M&M's a Gibbs sponsor or is M&M's a Busch sponsor?
M&M's left NASCAR. They made that clear at the beginning of the year. They're done with NASCAR.
So they're done after this year then? Because I thought he's had some M&M's on that.
Yeah, this is their last year. They're done after this year. So they're going through the whole year and then they're done as a primary sponsor.
Yeah, like Reddick races Caterpillar, obviously. What's that damn restaurant? Cheddar's, I think. And he's got one more main sponsor. So like I said, I wonder if he does commercials for that. So does that mean that's the car sponsor or is that him? So it'll be interesting to see if those move over. If they that.
So they think that Rolex is going to be his sponsor because his signing bonus with RCR was a $45,000 worth watch as a signing bonus.
I don't see Rolex sponsoring in NASCAR. Just throwing that one out there.
I don't see that either.
Not sure many of the fans can afford that. I don't think so.
So what do you think they put Reddick in?
I wouldn't want to get a Rolex. I mean, I'm not a person, but. Yeah.
So what will Reddick drive next year? Because he's still with RCR next year.
That's a good question. I don't know. I forgot that he had. Does he have one more year?
Yeah, he doesn't go until the following year.
Maybe they'll trade. Maybe they'll just say screw it and just
let him go.
They might. Yeah, they might just switch and have him drive the 18 for Gibbs and cut that contract and pull the Gibbs one up a year.
So what they're saying here. So I'm just
unless they're saying that Kyle's going to take over the 8 when Reddick leaves, which means that he'll drive. Kyle would drive then a random car next year.
So it says that Busch's teams were down to RCR and 2311 Racing.
Yeah, so and Hamlin's his buddy, so that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, and so that's pretty interesting. So a couple RCR partners have indicated that they're open to working with Busch and encourage the team to sign him, bolstering his candidacy, while others are taking a wait and see approach. RCR would likely need to find a $15 million in sponsorship annually to break even on Busch, between the cost it will take to run his car and his salary. Financially exorbitant venture by the team to try and acquire a third charter right now with asking prices well over $20 million.
I think they could get that for Kyle Busch.
Yeah. So a more likely scenario they see coming to an agreement with the current driver of the 8, Tyler Reddick, to buy out the final year of his contract to allow him to move elsewhere. So then he would go, we know he's going to 2311 in 2024, which obviously Childress was not thrilled about. But it would setting in motion a chain of events that will see Busch announce that he's with RCR.
Which means he just sign a 1-year deal with Gibbs and race in the 18 probably.
Reddick could. Well, they're probably.
That's what I'm saying, Reddick.
Yeah, but they're probably going to bring Ty Gibbs up. They said they wouldn't, but I see them doing that. But they're saying that they could, if 2311 goes and gets another charter, he could go there a year early, which I see happening. Just put him there because you got, what would they run? So they got the 45 and the 23, obviously Jordan's numbers. What would be another number for them?
I don't know, the 56.
Yeah, could be
2, 3, 4, 5. I'm sorry, it would be then the 67. My apologies.
4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that'd be good.
5, 6, 7. So they should, which would be hilarious, by the way.
I hope they do.
Maybe Jordan will come back when he's 67. Who knows?
They might. They did say major sponsors of RCR are Bass Pro, Coca-Cola, 3 Chai, Cheddar's Scratch Kitchen, and Lenovo.
Cheddar's, yep.
Guaranteed rate and Bet MGM. That's a good one for Kyle Busch. Bet MGM.
Yeah, that'd be a great sponsor for him.
Yes. All right. So let's talk about some NASCAR, some picks last week. Larson got the 8 for Jeremy.
Hollywood Casino 100. Bubba Wallace. Bubba won a speedway race, man. And I regret not picking him because I talked about on the show how he's racing in Kurt Busch's car that won at Kansas in the spring. And I'm a dumbass. Now, I did pick him in DraftKings, but I'm a dumbass and didn't take him here, which I should have. I should have just trusted my gut. But Bubba dominated. He was up like 2.5 seconds with 20 laps to go. He ended up beating his teammate, Denny Hamlin, and beat out Christopher Bell. Bowman 4th, Truex 5th. So 4 Toyotas in the top 5 there. And then we had Byron in 6th. For us, Gray and I both had Truex, who got the 5th, as we mentioned. Byron got the 6th for Dub. Larson got an 8 for Jeremy. Keselowski, 25th for Cody, our pick. And Jake had Kyle Busch, who got him a 26th. Not a great race for old Kyle. And they're going to Bristol. Going to Bristol this week. Last race before they cut the first 4. So right now, your bottom, I'm not going to read them all off. Your bottom 4 are Kyle Busch, 2 points behind in 13th. Austin Dillon, 3 points behind in 14th. Chase Briscoe, 9 points behind in 15th. And Kevin Harvick pretty much needs a win. He is 35 points behind in 16th, having another DNF here at Kansas. So it'll be pretty close, pretty much. And actually, Christopher Bell has already advanced to the next round. He is the only one who has. But pretty much everyone from Ross Chastain up, unless crazy shit happens or a win by one of the other guys, will be advancing. But Suarez is 6 points up, Reddick is 2 points up, and Cindric is 2 points up. So there are some people on the bubble. Pretty much 10 down to 6 or 10 to 15 is open slot to make it up and in there. Anything can happen. And of course, Harvick has to win. There's going to be really no way for him to get there on points unless Cindric or Reddick wreck early and Harvick takes a couple stages and finishes in the top 5 of the last stage. Will pretty much be about the only way he would advance. So most likely he's going to have to get a dub here at Bristol, which he has one at.
Yeah, he is definitely one at Bristol. His average finishes are pretty good here. There's some good drivers here. I kind of struggled with this and how I want to do it. But with the new, it's basically, we saw this earlier in the year. Tyler Reddick announces his move to 2311, wins a race, wins another race. So what's going to happen this week? Guy announces he's going to RCR, drives for Gibbs, spit in their face. Give me Kyle Busch.
We're going to stay on the same rampage here. I was going to go Busch or Larson this week, but
same.
I'm going to pull Larson elsewhere here. No need to use him up quite yet. So I got to go with Kyle because you're right. He also kind of needs a win, and what better way to do that than win at Bristol, where he has had a lot of success in his career.
Agreed. Parrot.
I'm going to go with Tyler Reddick.
I like it. And Jeremy. You can't take Kyle Larson again.
Can't take Kyle Larson.
That's my weekly pick.
Already used him.
Is Eric Jones in this one?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go
That's
with
a
a little
solid
upset
pick.
here with
I don't
Eric
think that's an
Jones.
upset. He won 2 races ago.
Good. Okay.
I think
What
that's a solid pick.
what says Bristol to Cody Bryant? Short track, short person. So we go with a small driver,
Kyle Larson.
Kyle Larson. All right, I like it. Kyle Larson,
Small driver. Good pick for him.
That's a great pick for Cody. We'll double get it. We know he'll get his stuff in. He's good with that, unlike Cody Bryant, who is terrible at getting his picks in.
Yeah.
And really quick, they announced the 2023 NASCAR schedule this afternoon. Obviously there are some changes, but not much changes to the normal schedule they normally run. They're going to do the Clash again starting February 5th. That'll be the Clash. You'll have the 500, California, Vegas, Phoenix, Atlanta, like they normally do. Then you got COTA again. Richmond, Bristol Dirt Race, April 9th, Martinsville, Talladega, Dover, Kansas, Darlington. Then we have the All-Star Race at the North Wilkesboro Speedway, which will be fun. Then you got Charlotte for Memorial Day, the Worldwide Technology Raceway, which I think was in Wisconsin, if I'm not mistaken. And then you got Sonoma. So back-to-back road courses again, which I kind of think is dumb, but it is what it is. Then you got Nashville. You got the Chicago Street Race on 4th of July weekend. That's Sunday, July 2nd. Atlanta again. New Hampshire, Pocono, Richmond, Michigan, August 6th. The Indy Road Course, Watkins Glen, Daytona to end again as they should before the playoffs. And then your playoffs are pretty much the same as this year, which I'm kind of disappointed they didn't mix up. Darlington, Kansas, Bristol, Texas, Talladega, Charlotte, Roval, Vegas, Miami. Vegas, Homestead, Martinsville, Phoenix. I'm not a fan of the way they do the last.
So it's the same. It's the same exact structure as this year.
Yes, I'm not a fan of that. I don't like that. I don't think there should be short tracks to end the year. Like, I think they need to move Talladega from October 1st to like October 29th. That needs to be the race before the championship. I think that would be
awesome.
So much more drama if you have Talladega the race before the championship, where anything can happen. Put Martinsville after Texas before the Charlotte Roval, and you can keep all the rest of them in there. I get that you have to have Vegas, Miami, and Phoenix towards the end of the year because it's cold. I get it. It could snow, right? You can't race. You can't race in Kansas or at Michigan or something, or Richmond that late in the year. I get it. But so that is the schedule for next year for NASCAR.
Yeah, so I can't remember who won when you guys were at MIS. Who won?
Harvick.
That's right. Oh yeah, duh. Harvick did win. Your driver. Is that the first time you've seen him win? When you were there?
I mean, I can't remember Michigan races I went to when I was younger, so possibly. But yeah, I think that was the first time I've seen him win.
It's awesome. Well, we'll see what happens with that this week. We can go far. So I was looking at something. I can't remember what it was. It was something about who was it? It was a comment somebody made, and I wish I would have saved the rest of the comment. I only saved one of the comment parts and not the actual post. And somebody asked the question, like, what if he never scored? And then somebody just replied to him, oh, he definitely scored. That's why he's got a kid on the way. And then the other person said, I hope not. It's a gender reveal for his sister. And then the guy said, oh, my bad. I didn't read that far. Roll Tide. And I just lost it. And I was like, oh my gosh, that was good stuff. I don't know if you saw, just speaking of baseball real quick before we get into our picks, that Pujols hit his 697th home run, and Matt and Samantha Brown caught that. And Samantha's father passed away 1 year ago on that day. They met with Albert to give him the ball back. He told them to keep it and sign 2 more for them. Said it would mean more to her than to him.
Good for Albert.
That's just class.
Yep. Good guy. And yeah, I really hope he gets it here. But there's still like 9 months of baseball before the season's over. So he's got plenty of time to do it.
Oh, to get to 700?
Yeah, he might get to 800 by the time this baseball season's over.
Yeah, it's very possible. I mean, it's a long season. I think the Yankees had fallen apart, but they're starting to do a little better. But we'll see. Still a lot of time in baseball.
I saw Judge hit 2 homers yesterday.
Up to 57. Has 20 more than the next guy. I mean, basically for him, I mean, he's not going to get to 73. We all know that. But for him, it's 67 is where or 67, 61 to tie Maris, get to 62 to pass him.
Yeah.
So you got Ruth at 60, Maris 61. I think he should do it. Shouldn't be an issue for him, but I mean, there's still quite a bit of season left. Right now,
he's gonna get to 60, and then they're gonna pop him for roids, and he'll be out for a full season. And the Maris family will. Oh, what happened there? I don't know.
I don't know. I don't see him getting popped for roids. He's just tall. He's not even that big.
He's pretty big.
But I mean, like,
but that's what I'm saying. He's always. I know it's a joke. It's a joke.
He is 6.
Yankees fan. It's a joke.
The dude, he's not a roid. He's not A-Rod.
Don't have to get stressed because the team lost like 57 games in a row and Tampa's coming.
Hey man, no, I'm not worried about Tampa anymore. It's Toronto. They're ahead of Tampa now.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
It was the last time I looked at the standings, but
they're only a half game ahead. I mean, the Yankees it was down to 4. It's 6 right now. Yankees are up 6. They're 86 and 56, so they've played 142 games, 20 to go. Easy to get rid of that lead.
And Toronto's up 5-1 right now, going into the bottom of the 7th on Tampa. So they're cruising to a win. The Yankees are up 4-1 on Boston in the bottom of the 6th, so they're also cruising to a win. My Guardians swept the Twins. Actually, they've won 6 in a row here.
Yeah, so they're coming on, man.
They're on 4 on the Sox with just some shit starting pitching. So
they're hot right now.
Yeah, it's a little too soon. I don't like it because they are a very streaky team. So it makes me a little bit nervous because they are due to lose a couple. They did just sweep the Angels and the Twins back to back. So it's a good thing. Astros up 12.5 games on the Mariners. The Mets took back over the top spot from the Braves. That's probably been the best battle so far. They keep going back and forth. Mets and Braves there. And
they're both getting in.
And the Phillies are only 9 back. So you got to watch out for them. They got a good lineup. They get healthy. Could be scary.
And right now with them, they could be you could get 3 teams coming out of the NL East.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
I mean, they're up right now a game on San Diego for the second wild card spot, and 3 games up on the Brew Crew.
And the wild card in the AL is going to be good too. You're going to have the Blue Jays, the Rays, and the Mariners. Basically, are going to be your teams. They can get there. And quietly, I know it doesn't mean shit, but quietly, the Orioles are only 5 games out. Which is, you would never think that. Like, nobody came into this year like, oh, the Red Sox are going to be last in the division. Like,
the last time the Orioles were 5 games out of first place, anyone even remembered, was literally the first 5 games of the season.
Well, yeah, they're 12 games out of first, but they're 5 games out of the wild card.
Well, I just mean in the playoff hunt there.
Oh yeah. They got a 1.8% chance. So
yeah, and the only team who has clinched a playoff spot is
Dodgers.
Yep, they clinched last night. They are 98 and 43.
They clinched on opening day.
Yeah, pretty much.
The old Redlegs, they officially are eliminated from the playoffs.
The Reds, the Pirates, the Nationals, the A's, and the Tigers all eliminated.
Tigers, that's okay.
At least they don't have the worst record in baseball. That falls to the Nationals, who are about almost as completely opposite of the Dodgers. They're 49 and 93. The Dodgers are 98 and 43. So there you go.
Yep, there we go. All right.
Enough of baseball. We'll give you our preview here in about a month when the playoffs are maybe in their first round.
Yep, I agree. So, yeah, which will be in a couple weeks. All right. So let's get over into our other picks. And I got to send. Oh, wait, what is today? Today is the
14th of September, 2022.
Okay, I got to go to this week because I got to make sure we invite the Shiv to this next outing of our.
Should have everything in there. So
Yeah, I appreciate you for doing that, by the way, because I went in to try to do it, and I'm like, oh, look at Bear, my man, getting it done.
Yeah,
So
I was traveling. I got a little early today, so I had some time to throw that in.
you forgot one team though, the trash one, so I had to add them.
Oh yeah, I forgot we do them when for Douglas there. So
Well, let's talk about last week. Rough week for all of us. Bear 2-9. Dub had the best record at 5-6. 4-7 for me and Jeremy, and Parrot 3-8. Cody, nothing. And Cody also got nothing for the NFL because he didn't pick. So
we gave him the Rams, so he's 0-1.
yeah, he's 0-1. Forget him. So getting into this week, the overall standings, Jeremy is 4-7 because now he's in the overall standings. So Jeremy, you got to pick every week now.
I got to do better than last week.
Yep. 8-12 for the Parrot, 5-4 for Cody, 11-9 for me. There's some ties here as well. 8-12-1 for Dub, 6-14-1 for Bear. A lot of season to go. So Bear, lead us off. Go ahead and read it, man.
All right, Georgia is playing at South Carolina. They are a 24.5-point favorite. And they're the new number 1 team in the country, according to the AP, after Alabama just barely beat Texas. And Georgia right now looks like the best team in the country anyways. But South Carolina, not too scary. So don't care about the SEC bullcrap. Georgia should beat them by at least 31.
Yeah, I agree. Georgia. Parrot.
Give me Georgia as well.
And Jeremy.
I'm going to go with South Carolina to barely hang in there.
Get that 24-point loss.
Yes, exactly.
Number 2, Alabama is at home against UL Monroe. They are an actual 49-point favorite.
Jeremy.
Oh my gosh, that's a lot of points. How much did you say?
49.
Good Lord. That's going to be hard. I'm going to go with Louisiana Monroe to, again, barely hang in there.
Parrot.
Give me Bama. I think Nick Saban is going to be pissed off from last week.
I can see that.
Win. I think they come out and win by 55.
I'm struggling. Louisiana Monroe, they just won 35-7. They lost to Texas by 42. Texas just hung in there with Bama. I think it's like 49 is what's going to be the number. So I'm going to say 48 because let's say Bama misses an extra point. Give me UL Monroe.
Yeah, I think there's some stat on Saban home covering the spread against shit teams like it's some absurd number for the good. So I'm going with Bama here. I think Saban's going to be pissed. They're going to play hot. They might put up 49 in the first half on these guys. Number 3, Ohio State at home against Toledo. They are a 32-point favorite. Toledo, by the way, has given up 1 touchdown this year on defense, and Ohio State has given up 0 touchdowns on defense this year. Ohio State has covered neither of their first 2 games. 32 is a very interesting number. It's going to be a tough one, but I say the Rockets, I'm going to say they cover here. Toledo does play a little bit tougher against these teams. I think their defense might shut their offense down a little bit. I'm going to say Ohio State's going to win like 38-7. There you go. It's 31 points.
Yeah. I think that Toledo obviously they played UMass and LIU, but like you said, 1 touchdown, 55-10 and 37-0. So going to be tough. I don't think Ohio State will beat them by more than 32. So I'm also taking Toledo. And fun fact, I think this is still true. Isn't Toledo one of those teams that Michigan has never beat?
I think so. Something like, yeah.
Go Rockets.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think Ohio State has lost to an in-state opponent since like 1940, shit like that. Some crazy stat. So yeah, we'll see.
Parrot.
I am going to go Buckeyes this week. They can't let me down every week here. I got to turn it around and have a full, complete game at some point.
Jeremy?
Yeah, they haven't really looked super impressive yet. I think Toledo's going to hang in there.
All right. Bear?
Number 4, Michigan at home against another top-ranked opponent in Utah. They're a 47.5-point favorite after being absolutely embarrassed last week, only winning by 42 against a team Vandy beat by 53. Just FYI for everybody out there. So,
Jeremy?
Yeah, I mean, Michigan can win by whatever they want here, but that's so many points. I'm gonna go with Connecticut.
So Michigan's won by 44 and 46. Can they dump it on UConn?
They're going to dump it on UConn. Give me Michigan.
So you said UConn, Jeremy?
Yeah, I think Michigan will lose interest in the fourth quarter.
I think Michigan's trying to prove something, so I'm going to take Michigan this week.
you got to prove something when you're playing nobodies every week. So, yeah, Michigan.
Well, Harbaugh finally picked a starting quarterback too. So
Who'd he pick?
McCarthy. As he should have. He is the better quarterback, but I like to still give Michigan fans shit and go, oh, you guys just get rid of the who brought you to a undefeated record and the Big Ten title game or whatever the hell it was, and a playoff berth last year. It's always fun to rile them up a little bit. Number 5, Clemson at home against Louisiana Tech. They are 34-point favorites. A lot of big numbers on the board this week. I'm going to go Clemson this week.
Same.
Backdoor cover week 1, didn't cover last week, so go back and forth here.
yeah, give me Clemson as well.
Yeah, Clemson for me too.
Another absolute shit show of the week. Oklahoma at Nebraska. Who fired Scott Frost, by the way? Oklahoma is an 11-point favorite.
This is a tough one because sometimes teams play better when their coach is fired, but I'm going to go with Oklahoma.
Parrot?
Yeah, I'm going to go Oklahoma as well.
I saw that fun stat, which I couldn't believe, that their interim coach is the first African-American head coach in any sport at Nebraska. Unreal. So because it's Nebraska, Oklahoma is going to win by, I'm going to say, 4 touchdowns.
Oklahoma, I think, was up 10-3 against Kent State at halftime last week and won like 31-3 and didn't cover. They won by 8 last year in a game Nebraska should have won in Oklahoma against a Nebraska team who is very similar. So I'm going to say, and an Oklahoma team who, in my opinion, is not as good. So I think Nebraska has not only a chance to cover, I think they have a chance to outright win this game. It's going to be close. I'd say OU kicks a field goal to beat them, but they're going to play for their new coach. No doubt. Number 7, USC. At home, against Fresno State. They are a 12-point favorite. This over-under is like 73 or something crazy. It's going to be a wild game. But I don't think Fresno State is that good. USC has looked pretty darn good so far. They got a chance to let us down like they normally do, but I don't think it'll be this week. So USC by 21.
Agree. USC 21.
Yep, give me USC as well.
I went against USC last week, and it hurt. I'm going to do it again, though. Fresno State.
I like it. Stick to your guns, Jeremy.
That's right.
Number 8, Oklahoma State is playing FCS Arkansas Pine Bluff. There was no line on the game, so we make it 50. They're at home, by the way.
Jeremy?
Oklahoma State can score, and they like to run up the score, so I'm going to go with the OK State.
Yeah, give me the Cowboys as well.
Give me the Cowboys.
It's the only Cowboys that are going to win this week.
You are correct.
I'm talking about you too, Wyoming. Number 9, Kentucky at home against Youngstown State. Is Tressel still coaching there?
Well, he was the president of the university.
Oh, so he didn't coach there? I thought he coached there.
No, he was the president of the university.
He should have coached there.
He still is the president of the university.
Still doesn't mean shit. Kentucky with a big win over Florida last week. I think they're gonna put it on Youngstown State this week. Probably win like 63-3 or something like that. Sorry, Tressel.
Man, I don't know. 50's a lot. Man, give me the Penguins this week. They're not going to win outright, but they're going to not lose by more than 50.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Gary here. Give me the Youngstown State.
Penguins.
Yeah, Kentucky, that was super impressive last week with their win against Florida, but I don't think they can cover this big of a number.
All right, number 10, Arkansas at home against Missouri State, another FCS school. They also did not have a line, so it will be a 50-point favorite for them.
Similar with Kentucky, I don't think Arkansas can cover that big of a number, so I'm going to take Missouri State.
Yeah. Parrot?
Yeah, give me Missouri State as well.
Yeah, me as well. 2-0. I think they can hold it within 50.
Yes. So I think this, if I'm looking at it right, Bobby Petrino, which is from Missouri State. So he's going back to Arkansas. Yeah. Arkansas is going to absolutely fucking destroy them. This will be a run up. So there might be a fight on the field. Arkansas might drop 80 on them.
Bears going to win one of these.
Number 11, Michigan State climbing up the rankings. A 3.5-point dog at Washington this week. That's I got to pull this really fast. So it is a 7:30 game on ABC. I just want to see who Washington, I didn't even know they were relevant.
They're pretty good this year.
They beat Kent State 45-20 and beat Portland State 52-6. And their quarterback is Penix Jr., who I'm pretty sure is an Indiana transfer, if I'm not mistaken. So he's.
I thought he fought in AEW.
I didn't say Penta Jr. I said.
Oh yeah.
I think it is. And if that's the case, it doesn't matter. Michigan State is still going to win this game. Win outright in Washington.
100%. Michigan State's playing tough. Granted, they played Western and Akron. Don't care. They beat Akron 52-0. So they covered for us, which is great. Pushed week 1. They're going to cover here again. Give me the 3.5. They went outright. I hope they fucking go in and blow the doors off of Washington.
Yes, give me Michigan State as well.
I think it'll be a close, low-scoring game, but I see MSU winning.
I like this matchup. I think this could be one of the best games of the week. And I think Michigan State is going to win by a field goal.
Yeah.
Well, now who's favored in this, did you say?
Washington.
Washington is favored? Okay, yeah. The Michigan State.
Hopefully Michigan State just runs all over them because that's what they've been doing.
I mean, I imagine they will. And Washington giving up 20 to Kent State. I mean, come on. So
yeah. And I mean, they got Berger and Broussard. They should run all over them.
I think this is a sucker number. This is like I need to drive up to Michigan and put all money on Michigan State. Maybe line and half on the money line.
If you do, please tell me.
Well, I mean, I might have to do that because I just don't know. Like, if Michigan State was a 3.5-point favorite, I'd probably take Washington because I think it's going to be a 3-point game. But the fact Washington's a 3.5-point favorite, Michigan State has looked pretty good. I mean, Washington also sounds like they have, but Michigan State, at least, who'd they play last week?
Akron, 52-0.
Yeah, and they destroyed them, so at least they did that.
Peyton Thorne looked like shit. He had 200-some yards passing, but he had 2 picks. But they ran all over him. And then the week before, Berger had another 100-yard rushing game. You know, he's averaging 7 yards a carry. Broussard's averaging 5 or 6 a carry, so they can just run all over him.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to come down to the Michigan State pass defense versus the Washington run defense, because both offenses, it sounds like that is there.
Yeah, I mean that all they've given up is one TD this year, so
That is a long way to travel, though. It's
that is it. You
quite a
are
long way.
absolutely correct.
I am
That is a long way.
Jeremy does make a good point. I am a travel guy, 100%.
Nice.
So, but I don't think this is going to do it for them. So, our last pick of the week, once number 5, 2 weeks ago, now unranked Notre Dame is a 2.5 point favorite at home against California. I know nothing about Cal this year, so I need to. If you want to start with Jeremy, you can. I need to look this up.
They haven't been good for a while, it seems like.
They're 2-0. They beat UC Davis 34-13 and beat UNLV 20-14.
Yeah, Notre Dame.
That was a solid win.
An embarrassing loss. I shouldn't say embarrassing. Marshall did look good.
It's like how much further down can Notre Dame go? I gotta think they're gonna turn it around here though, so I'm gonna go with Notre Dame.
Parrot.
Yeah, I don't see Marcus Freeman starting 0-3. Give me Notre Dame here, and I think let's say 17.
Well, he's
He did
0-3
start
in his
0-3.
career, but
Whatever.
0-2 this year. You know, I know
Yeah,
what you
that's
meant.
what I meant.
Yeah, I agree with you. Give me Notre Dame. I hope he gets a big win here. I really do for him because I love Marcus Freeman. Got his autograph on the wall up here with old James Laurinaitis in the picture. So hope he wins, man.
I think Notre Dame's going to win, but it's not going to be by more than 10.5. I'll tell you that right now. Their quarterback's hurt. They got a backup quarterback now. So yeah, I'm going with Cal. Give me dog.
Love it. NFL, we got to cover this real quick. So just standings after week 1, Jeremy 10-5-1, Parrot 9-6-1, Cody 0-1, me 8-7-1, Dub 8-7-1, Bear 8-7-1. So
Got a tie out of the way already in the NFL. Good job, Colts.
Oh my gosh, I thought there was gonna be a few.
If anybody, there's got to be only like 10% of the people that have survivor pool or a survivor left.
Oh yeah.
Colts lost. Broncos lost.
Yeah, Broncos were mine. So.
Titans were mine. Titans lost. They should have never lost that game. They are absolutely worthless. The only smart people in the world are the people who picked the Ravens. So good for them. Because I should have, and I was like, nah, I'm going to save them for later. Yeah, that worked. So luckily the leagues I'm in are all fun money leagues, so we really don't lose. And then one of my family survivor league where we have 16 people, 10 of us lost.
wow.
10 of us lost. 4 were Ravens, 1 was Saints, who got lucky, and 1 was
they got really lucky.
Oh, who was the other one? Maybe the Chargers. I can't remember. But yeah, it was not a good week. We had a lot of Titans, Bengals, and Colts were the big picks on our board. So all of which, 2 of which actually lost, 1 of which tied in the Colts, who are just worthless to society. So week 2, Thursday night football game on Amazon Prime. And Kirk Herbstreit, first one of their year. Chargers at Chiefs. What a game to start off the week. What a game. Both teams look good. This is a tough pick. I think there's going to be a lot of people are going to say, oh man, the Chiefs look great, but they did play Arizona shitty defense without JJ Watt. So I'm going to upset to start the week and go Chargers.
I'm going to go Chefs.
Yeah, give me the Chiefs just because they're at home.
Yeah, toss-up game, but it's in Arrowhead. Got to go with the Chiefs.
All right. Jets at the 1-0 Brownies.
Across the board, Browns, everybody, right?
Yeah, I'm taking the Browns.
I just wanted to say that.
Yeah, first time you might say that.
Yes. And for the record, Jacoby Brissett has done something Baker never could do, and that's 1-0 as a Browns starter.
I thought you were going to say hand the ball off to Nick Chubb.
That's what Baker should have done last year more.
I don't.
That's a great game. That
I
was
don't
a great
understand
game.
what took them so long to figure that out. Like,
I know.
we forgot that we have a top 5 running back in the NFL in our backfield.
And didn't
Exactly.
Kareem Hunt go off too?
Yeah, he had 2 touchdowns.
He scored 2 touchdowns, and Chubb had 141 yards rushing and didn't score a touchdown, but a monster game by Chubb.
Yeah.
Just need to feed that man, and they're definitely going to do it against the shitty Jets. Just in advance, Jeremy, sorry, they're going to be my survivor pick this week. So,
Oh, great.
the 1-0 Commanders at the 0-1 Lions, who did put up a valiant fight and almost came back and beat Philly, but did not. I did this last week. I think, was I the only one who took Washington last week?
I believe so.
No,
Yeah, no, 3 of you did actually.
Jeremy both did. And my logic last week was they're both crappy teams. I'm taking the home team. So what am I going to do this week? Both crappy teams. I'm going to take the home team. Give me Detroit.
I agree with you. Commanders they looked fine, but the Lions, they put up, like you said, a valiant effort last week. So give me the Lions.
I am going to go the opposite way and stick with the Commanders this week.
I'm going with the Lions on this one. I think they're going to be in every game this year. They're not going to win many, but they'll be in them.
Oh, for sure. One of the games of the week, Bucks at Saints.
Jeremy?
I know Brady struggles against the Saints, but I don't know. The Saints just didn't really look that great, and Tampa looked really good. So I'm going to go with Tampa here.
Jeremy. Let's not use the words really good. They looked okay.
They did. I thought Dallas was going to come out and hammer them, but I don't know what happened there.
Dallas's D was good.
Dallas's D, that game should have been 33-3. Dallas's defense is the only thing that kept them around. Brady looked like shit. That offensive line looks like shit, and it's beat up. So they already got another guard hurt. They're going to be in some trouble if they can't protect. They're lucky Parsons didn't break Brady's legs.
Yeah, no shit. Parrot?
Give me the Bucks.
Yeah, I still early in the year. Give me the Bucks right now.
I'm sorry, man. They just don't win in New Orleans. They never have. I don't know. Ever since Brady's been there, they cannot win in New Orleans. They just beat New Orleans in general. But Godwin's out. He's hurt. Another offensive lineman got hurt. The Saints had a good comeback win. They're not the best team, but Jameis can keep them around. And, oh, by the way, Jameis is playing his former team. I'm going to go Saints. Panthers at Giants. Giants 1-0. Good comeback win over Tennessee. A lot of Saquon. There's going to be there should be a lot of Saquon every week. That's what they should do. You keep the ball to Daniel Jones's hands and they'll be okay. Their defense looked pretty decent, but I think I got to go Panthers this week. The Panthers did not look bad against the Browns. Baker did look like Baker at times, but also he had his other shining Baker moments. So I think the Panthers are going to be more Christian McCaffrey friendly this week. Get him a little more involved and win.
Yeah, they did not involve him too much last Sunday. I was surprised by that.
Yeah, I know. It's just typical bad coach play calling. Don't let your best player, touch the ball, sort of shit.
I'm gonna go Saquon runs for 700 yards and 25 touchdowns. Give me the Giants. G-Man.
Give me the Giants as well.
I'm going to go with the Giants as well.
That means Barrel winning one or both of those.
Patriots at Steelers this week. Steelers with a stolen win over the Bengals, and the Patriots looked second worst team in all of football, right behind the Dallas Cowboys. Give me the Steelers this week, even though TJ Watt did get hurt in this game, tore his pec officially. Does not, if he has surgery on it, he's out for the year. He's getting a second opinion. He may be able to rest up and be out only 6 to 8 weeks and be back. So that'll be an ongoing story here with that Steelers defense, but they did look good.
Thank God he's not going to be Cody Rhodes and try to fucking play in game 2 and be a main event. But yeah, still give me the Steelers. The Patriots, look like hot garbage. It's in Pittsburgh. Give me the Steelers.
Yeah, give me Pittsburgh as well. Their defense played very well last week.
Yeah, Pittsburgh as well. And I actually just heard what the second opinion went good for him. He is not going to miss the entire season, I heard.
No surgery. Okay.
No surgery.
He's totally opposite of his brother. Colts at Jaguars. The 0-1 Colts at 0-1 Jaguars.
Yeah, I'm going
Jags had it one too.
By the way, no one in the AFC South has won a game.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Colts in this one.
Yeah, give me the Colts.
Colts.
Yeah, I'm going to go the Colts here. They don't look like a bad team. Matt Ryan just needs to they just need to start clicking and they'll be fine. Jonathan Taylor had a great game. They went scared mode to the end and just played for the tie when they could have played for the win. It was embarrassing. So they should beat the Jaguars this week. We have Dolphins at Ravens this week. This should be a good game. Dolphins looked really good against the Patriots, but they did play a crappy Patriots team, and the Ravens look good against a crappy Jets team. So take that as you will. I'm going to take the home team here. Give me the Ravens. Better quarterback.
If this was in Miami, I would take Miami, but it's
I
not.
agree with you. I would take
Ravens.
the home team here either way.
Give me the Dolphins.
I agree with Bear and Gray. Going to the Ravens.
Falcons at Rams. Rams looking for a little bit of revenge. Also, a very strange line on this game. The Rams are a 10.5-point favorite. The Falcons did not look bad, and the Rams did look like shit. I get that, you're playing two different teams here, but the Saints are a playoff contending team. The Bills are a Super Bowl contending team. So if I'm going to take the spread, I would take Atlanta all day, but I'm going to take the Rams at home to win the game.
Rams. Parrot.
Yeah.
All right. We have Seahawks at 49ers. The 1-0 Seahawks beat Denver on Russell Wilson's homecoming against the 0-1 Niners, who are up 10-0 for the first, 36 minutes against the Bears and lost the game 19-10 in an absolute monsoon. Trey Lance looked like shit. Not great, but again, it was a monsoon. I take all those factors out. I think the Niners are going to pick it back up at home.
I don't think it'll last long, but I'm gonna ride the Geno train because I need some 45 DK touchdowns. So give me Geno and the Sea Chickens.
I'm with Bear. I think the Niners have a bounce back, and I think they win this week.
Yeah, Niners. The fans won't be chanting Geno this week, so.
They will not. They might be chanting Jimmy G if Trey Lance keeps playing like that.
True.
Texans at Broncos. Your 0-1 Texans at home against the Denver Broncos for Russell Wilson's first home game as a Bronco. Jeremy.
Shout out to my boy Lovie Smith, my favorite coach in the entire league. I think they're going to be sort of like the Lions. They're going to play a lot of teams tough, fall a little short. So I'm going to go with Denver in a close game.
Yeah, give me Denver. Russell Wilson's first home game. Denver. Let's do.
Agreed.
Yep, Broncos. We have the Arizona Cardinals at the Las Vegas Raiders. Both teams lost this week. Cardinals looked a lot worse than the Raiders did. But this is, again, you got two blah teams. It's going to come down to a field goal, so I got to take the better kicker and Daniel Carlson and the Raiders.
You make a valid point. I think that the Raiders are a 5.5-point favorite.
Also, I don't like.
Correct. But I agree with you. Better kicker. Give me the Raiders.
Yep. As do I. Give me the Raiders.
Yeah, Raiders. Cards could be in trouble this year.
Bengals at Cowboys with a backup quarterback. Unfortunately, Dak hurt his thumb. Some said 6 to 8 weeks. Others are saying now 4. He just got surgery. We'll see. Doesn't matter. Still depressing. Joey Burrow, after a 5 turnover game on his own, Yeah, give me the Bengals.
Yeah. Cowboys probably going to start 1-4.
Hopefully 2-3.
See, I'm
So-
gonna pick the Bengals, but it scares me because last time they played a backup quarterback in Mike White and the Jets last year, he threw for
Valid.
450 yards and 80 touchdowns. So
And when Cooper Rush played his only game last year, he did beat Minnesota. So
Good point.
but
Yeah,
Burrow's not gonna
give
have
me the
another-
Bengals. Yeah, Burrow's not gonna have.
Burrow
a
will
game
throw.
like
He
that.
will throw a pick to Trayvon Diggs. He will throw a pick to Trayvon Diggs. I will say that. I'll put it out there.
And
it doesn't
let me
matter.
put something else out there. Just want to tell you, hey, Parrot, you listening?
No.
Parsons is going to tear Burrow's other knee.
Ooh, it's bad karma.
How you gotta say that shit?
Bad karma.
Yeah, that expensive offensive line didn't look all that great on Sunday, but Bengals lucked out here,
So
not
did
having to
play
face
one of the-
Dak. So
Yeah, they did play one of the
Bengals
best
should win.
defensive lines in football, though. The Steelers.
yeah,
is
that's true.
Very solid. Sunday night game this week. We have the Bears at the Packers. The 1-0. The 1-0 Bears. Is that 1-0? That's a 1-0 Bears. I love Justin Fields, man. Dude is a winner, and everyone didn't think that last year because he had a couple bad games as a rookie. They can all eat a dick. He's gonna have a good game. He is. The Packers are gonna win because they don't ever win. They don't ever lose a home opener ever because it's always Sunday night and it's always against the Bears. But the Packers offense looks shitty. So Rodgers just needs to get in tune. He'll be okay. They'll rebound.
I hope we do see the Bears just come out and just annihilate him. Justin Fields goes for 5 TDs. That'd be great.
I am not confident in this pick at all, just because the way that Packers just the way they're not clicking. But the first play of that game for Green Bay, they should have scored. And that a wide open receiver who dropped the ball. It should have been 7-7. They got stuffed on a goal line stand. Should have been, 14. So, the Packers could have been in that game.
Packers for me. Parrot.
Yeah, give me the Bears. I think Justin Fields is gonna have a good game, and I think they're gonna come out and win.
I so badly want the Bears to win as well, but I got to go with the Packers at Lambeau.
Yeah, tough root against them. 2 Monday night games this week. We get 2 on week 2. Totally forgot about this.
Yeah, that is strange.
Yeah, and it's 2 about the same.
I kind of hate that because they're both good games.
They are. They're both going to be really good games.
Definitely.
The Titans at the Bills is the first Monday night game at 7:15. I am going to go with the Fighting Blue Cheese Buffalo Bills.
Yeah. Bills, Josh Allen need 5 more touchdowns.
I get it.
Yep, give me the Bills.
Yep, Bills. I think we all sort of mentioned the Titans were a little bit overrated this year.
Yes. And I didn't think they'd be Giants lose to the Giants.
Yeah, that's a little extreme there, but
Yeah. They did not look good. And for whatever reason, they're kind of holding back Derrick Henry, which is kind of dumb. And the second Monday night game at 8:30 is the Vikings at the Eagles.
great game.
Pains me to do this, but I have to take the Philadelphia Eagles just because they're at home. If the Vikings were at home, I'd take them. Justin Jefferson should have a monster game because the Lions just threw all over the Eagles. Actually, I'm sorry. Lions ran all over the Eagles. Let me flip that. Dalvin Cook should have a big game, but I think the Eagles are still going to win because Captain Kirk Cousins on Monday night or anytime in prime time is hot garbage. So I got to go Eagles here.
I have faith in the ex-Spartan. Come on, Captain Kirk Cousins. We need a win.
If this was a 1:00 game, Vikings all day.
It's a good point, but I'm going to still say Captain Kirk somehow pulls this one out on the road in Philly. They got chicken in Philly?
Yeah, give me the Vikings as well.
Oh, this is such a tough game. I'm gonna lean barely with the Vikings. I think they're gonna pull it out.
All right, Parrot, are you still around, or did you moved this? All right, Greg, give me points since Parrot walked away.
Oh, Parrot's right there.
Here he is.
Parrot's got him.
Parrot,
My
total
bad.
points for the Vikings and Eagles. Jeremy gave us like 12 last week. Which
it was an ugly game. I was right about the ugly game part.
16, so it's not.
Let's go 49 and a half.
Okay, well, I can't do a half. So ESPN let me do a half, so I put in 49.
49 and a half. Yeah, because they're going to get a half a point. You fucking idiot. God, I hate you so much, Parrot.
So do 49.
No. So
and really quick, let me just get this in.
Go ahead.
Since we have Jeremy on here. So for the Over the Line podcast group standings, Jeremy is number 1, tied with Icebox O'Shea at 10-5. Then you got the future winner at 9-6, ESPN fan 9-5, OTL 8-7, and everyone else below us doesn't matter.
I like it. I know 2 of those top people. I know who Icebox O'Shea is. So, damn it. We cannot let her win, by the way.
We also have an ESPN fan 1563871524. So
no, not again.
Oh yeah, we got it again.
We're gonna be shipping merch to New York City again.
Yeah.
Same guy. Sorry, buddy. You get the same koozie, same hoodie, same shirt. So, well, it's good. I mean, it's cool that we got people participating. They reach out and we send them shit. It's happened a couple times now. So we appreciate that. And we appreciate people participating. Just real quick, UFC, you want to mention UFC 279 before we wrap this up?
The absolute shit show that no one could make wait. So Diaz and Kazmat did not fight. They switched. Kazmat ended up fighting Kevin Holland, who he destroyed in a minute and a half. Diaz ended up beating Tony Ferguson with a submission in round 4. And what was the other fight that they mixed up? Why am I blanking?
Not Johnny Walker, was it?
No. It was Yi Jin Lee and
Yi Jin Lee and Rodriguez.
Daniel Rodriguez, which actually that one made me fall asleep. So I missed the Kazmat fight, and I woke back up when Diaz was walking out because it was such a boring fight. But Rodriguez ended up beating him. So there you go.
There it is.
So, guys, I got a stupid question for you. Because I don't really follow the UFC all that much. So if they don't make weight, are they like fined at all, or is there a punishment to them?
Yeah, so they lose like 30 to 40% of the purse for the fight that they would get. I'm sure that's what happened here because they are obligated and supposed to make fight at the weight that they agree on, but then they just go and they fight catch weight, and that's what happened here. So that's why Kazmat fought Kevin Holland in the catch weight. And then there was another one that fought in a catch weight. Like 6 people missed weight.
Yeah, that whole show was all screwed up. I saw that and I'm like, what in the world?
It was strange. But the best fight on that card was Chris Barnett and Jared Collier. If you got time to go back and watch that, it is amazing. Barnett gets his ass whooped and comes back and ends up knocking out Collier. It was crazy. It was a hell of a fight. So
we'll end on 2 things with wrestling. Solo Sikoa is now the North American champion. So, they had to put another belt on one of the Bloodline members. So you knew that was coming eventually. And then I saw something with Uncle Dave Meltzer that somebody had asked him, Dave, how do you reconcile the ratings discrepancy in the 3 weeks between Punk's segments and those Kenny and the Bucks, who are nowhere near as highly rated, not even Omega's return? If the business is past Punk, etc., blah, blah, blah. So he said, given I've said Punk is the company's biggest draw over and over again over the past month, that's how I reconcile it. So AEW, as we thought, is going to hit the tank sooner than later. Their main event right now is Uncle Chris Jericho, age 75, against Bryan Danielson. So we'll see. But that's it for us. We got to do some 90s trivia on episode 419. So come back on Sunday, listen to us then. Thanks to all the sponsors. Thanks to Wes Anderson for Moments in Time. Thank you to All Wear Clothing, Crandall Squad and Landscaping, Connell Barrett, DanaTransformation.com, and of course, Sparty Steve. As always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night.
Let's go Cooper Rush.
How does Wisconsin lose to Washington State?